Hey y'all, this is Brett. You know, I have wanted a pair of shoes that ground to the earth for a long time. And you know that I've been walking barefoot a lot, especially at the park. And unfortunately, I wasn't getting the arch support that I've been getting with my shoes, because my shoes have these orthotics that I've invented, and I also sell those on my website. They're all natural orthotics that have millet holes inside of them, and so you can adjust the amount of support for your arch. And it's really important to have good support on the arch of your foot, because it helps to develop the musculature in your legs really well. It helps to have good posture. It helps to keep your knees from buckling in and getting knocked knees. Just a lot of things to create, you know, your head up, etc. And so basically, I was starting to experience the same old troubles that I used to have from not having arch support, and that was just from spending most of my time walking barefoot. So there are benefits to walking barefoot, specifically grounding to the earth, but without the arch support, there's that detriment. And so I knew that what I needed to do was create a shoe out of my arch supports. But I was kind of hesitant because I knew that it was somewhat of an experiment, and whenever I'm experimenting and inventing, there's always going to have to be room for some disappointment and failure, but not this time. 100% wool. Well, other than they've got some Velcro that holds the little doors, you know, and then some Velcro that holds the straps onto the top. But see, the cool thing about the wool is that it wicks away moisture, and if it gets just a little bit wet on the bottom and or the top, it grounds. It grounds you to the earth. The moisture wicks into the wool, and those electrons from the earth immediately ground you to the earth. And you know, if you're standing under power lines with these on and you're touching grass or just dirt, then it immediately flows right out through you. And you know, this is 2 or 3 steps up on the Vibrams. Is that what it's called? Vibram, the new shoes that are the craze, you know, the new thing with the toes. Everyone's seen those now, right? Well, those are made out of freaking petroleum products, and they give you the reflexology benefits, but these ground to the earth. They're orthotics, and they're all natural wool, and they're comfy. And I sewed a couple of pieces of natural latex rubber into the heel and the balls for some cushioning effect. And I went and danced in these last night. I went and did contra dance in these things last night. I think they're going to last a long time. The wool is like heavy felt and really strong. I double sewed every seam, and man, they're like built like tanks. And so I'm really excited about the prospects of these. Let me show you how they have the orthotics in them. Okay, so there's a little door right here. Okay, and hope I can hold this camera. There's a little door, and you open the Velcro, and wahoo! There's millet holes in there. Can you see that? There's millet holes inside the orthotic, and you spoon them in there, as many as you can handle. And when you're new and when you're not used to having support for your arch, you have to start out easy. But if you've been wearing these orthotics as long as I have, you're used to it, and your legs and your muscles have developed, and they're so much healthier now. And my feet don't get sore. they were starting to get sore from walking barefoot all the time. And yeah, I know that there are certain things that have to adjust again now because I don't have any heel. There's no height now on my heel like before. Even with the sandals that are relatively flat, they still had a heel that was about that high. Not anymore. I don't have any heel at all. This is the total natural way. And so I am going to develop these orthotics so that I can make them faster, and you know, I wouldn't call it mass production by far, but I'm going to make them so that they're user-friendly and be able to sell them to y'all. And this, I'm telling you, this is another big thing. If you have good intuition and you understand that what you're walking on, what you got in between your feet and the earth, and what it's doing to you and connecting the earth to you, and how it's doing it is huge. And I would have to say, no ego intended, that these are the most advanced shoes on the face of the earth, and possibly that have ever been created by a human being. I mean, there have been wool shoes, and I'm just about to take a felting class from this girl that knows about felting, you know, felt hats and all of that. And you can mold wool into different shapes, but has there ever been a pair of shoes made that grounds to the earth and has support for the arch and is all natural? Not even close. Not even close. Man, my ego is going out through the fucking roof. And I'm just about to go walk the dog. And, yeah. Life just keeps getting better, y'all. Bye.